Governors of the Southwest geopolitical region of Nigeria yesterday reached an agreement with the umbrella body of Fulani cattle herders in Nigeria to, among other things, put a stop to open grazing, which has been the major driver of heated protests and sometimes resistance against the activities of pastoralists all over Nigeria. Over time, these herdsmen have been accused of mindlessly leading their animals into people's farmlands, destroying everything in sight in what some analysts have called a deliberate scorched earth policy against the citizens of Nigeria. The latest theater of violence is Iba in Oyo State in the southwest, where even up to the moment, reports continue to emerge of a low-grade warfare between the herders and the local communities. Joining us now from here in Lagos to look at the security implications of all of this is Iba Gani Adams, a former vigilante group leader of the OPC, and now the Aare of Kakanfo, that is the Commander General of the Yoruba People's Army of Nigeria's Southwest. Iba Adams, good morning, and thank you for joining us on the morning show. Before we went on that break, you were commenting on what happened in Aare yesterday. You were also going to talk about Sunday Igboho and the situation in Ibarapa East.
Well, I think what happened in Aare was a welcome development. I think the decision of the government to ban open grazing is a welcome development. And we know that the responsibility of the government is that to protect life and property of the citizen of their state based on the content of Constitution, Constitution. And what is happening in our own region is giving us a lot of concern. If you flash back, you will realize that I raised an alarm on the Fulani herdsmen in Igbora after 2 months on their encroaching the Oyo National Park. And later, the issue of Ibarapa. I have got a lot of information where the herdsmen kidnap, kill, and rape our people, destroying their farm in various communities in Ibarapa and Ukebu, not only in Ibarapa. And we realized that based on their business as a cattle rearer, they make a lot of money, they dominate our people, and they infiltrate our people. And we even realized that our people, some of our Yoruba people, connive with them, giving them information, and even informing them, those who have the capacity to pay for the ransom. And coming to Sunday Igboho last week is a result of provocation from the legal and criminal activities of some Fulani. Originally, we will not condemn the entire Fulani in Yorubaland because we have the peaceful Fulani that have been living in Yorubaland for the period of 153 generations. But for the past 7 years, we now witness some strange things. The aliens, strange aliens in our own region, perpetrating different evil activities. And we have been raising alarm so that we won't take law into our hands. As a traditional generalism, not Nigerian military generalism, traditional generalism of Yorubaland. It's my responsibility to call for caution on anything that will affect Yorubaland and to even pass an information to the public because I have been in struggle for the past 28 years. I've passed through a lot of things. I have a lot of experience and I have many knowledge about governance, how government work, how you can interface with the people in the authority or how you can back them on the duty. But coming of Sunday Igboho activities last week is as a situation of a pressure from his people in Okeogun and Ibarapa. You know, Sunday come from Igboho, which is in Okeogun. I think there was a pressure on him because he too was a strong force in Yorubaland. that have an antecedent on the issue of security that can assist them. And that was one of the reasons that it will be very hard for any Yoruba person to condemn his activities or what happened. Although the last time I met him was 2013 physical. That was 2013 physically in a party, and we are not very close. And in October, when he told me about him, when I spoke, we spoke on phone twice. That was in October. But what happened, it will be very difficult for any Yoruba person to blame him on what happened. Although we are not in agreement on what happened, but it will be very difficult because Yoruba is hungry for liberation. Yoruba want anybody to liberate them from the issue of insecurity in our region. And Yoruba is hungry for liberation too because we realize that this is not the country we're bargaining for. This is not the system we're bargaining for. This is not the system we're bargaining for. When a Fulani herdsman, we want to settle in the community, and the community will say, we don't want you to settle in our community. And the chiefs, and the Fulani herdsmen will go to the Nigerian army. The Nigerian army will come to the community and beat out the community and force the Fulani herdsmen on them. We read it 3 days ago in one of the national newspapers. So we thought we can live together in peace and harmony under the basis of rule of law and under the basis of equality, under the basis of not becoming an inferior citizen in our country. So what happened in Okeogo and Ibarakwa came as a result of provocation from our people in Yorubaland.
Well, Iba Adams, on that note, we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back and the conversation will continue. Please stay with us.
Great to have you back. You're still watching the morning show here on the Rise News. And we still have with us Iba Gani Adams, the Aare Ono Kakanfo of the Yorubaland. Thank you so much for staying with us, Iba Adams. As the traditional generalissimo, as you describe yourself, rightly so, it is surprising that you were not a part of that meeting yesterday. But I'd like to ask you, why do you think that the dialogue between the governors and Miyetti Allah is just taking place? Why did it take this long? And considering the pent-up anger by some in the Southwest, how likely is this dialogue to lead to a lasting solution? And let me add to that the role of Amotekun, which is the regional security network, because the whole reason for launching Amotekun was to deal with the insecurity in the Southwest, including kidnapping and Fulani herdsmen marauding the region. Would you say that the situation was underestimated by the government of the Southwest region, or is it that the situation is bigger than Amotekun and the other security outfits in Nigeria?
Well, Amotekun, it is not up to 3 months ago. They start their activities not up to 3 months ago, but I believe that Amotekun will be part of the solution to the insecurity of Yorubaland. Because the issue on ground, if you want to apply a way to secure our region, we must support Amotekun to start their activities and back them. You know, Yoruba is very complex and very sensitive region compared with other regions in Nigeria. We have ISBA since 2003 operating quietly in about 13 states in the north. And on the issue of security in the north. But the thing good that come to the Yorubaland, some few politicians, we have those who in power, they will gain from that good thing that is coming. Let us destroy it. One of the problems in the beginning of, maybe some people that are political opponents to the governor in the Southwest, will be more powerful if they support them on the issue of Amotekun. Let us destroy media and every means. If you follow my past 3 weeks, I've been raising an alarm that some politicians and few people have decided at all this. But I now have a thought that before you do anything in your life, the first thing that first matter is about your security, the life and property. Even if you want to play politics, if you want to apply, if you want to get power in any place, if you are not safe, if your property is not safe, you won't concentrate on power. And by the time you are working against, you are digging a hole of your own destruction. No matter the person in power, the first thing we have, the Southwest is effectively secure. Because unlike I, as the Aare of Kakanfo, you won't quantify what I'm having from the diaspora and Nigeria. The incident of what that happened last week, all my phone used 2 hours, especially when I did not respond within 2 days of the incident. And I was trying to gather an information, intelligent, and consult before I issue a statement. As the Aare of Kakanfo of Yorubaland, you don't look at my age as a 50 years old. You look at the position given to me. Before I issue any statement, I must consult, I must get an information so that my content will be reasonable when people listen to what I'm saying. But some people thought that Aare should talk, Aare should talk, Aare should talk. And I'm a kind of person that I don't dance to unnecessary pressure. If I want to do anything, I do it at the right time. And by the time we statement, we realize that we have been seriously infiltrated. Even the security threat we are having in the Southwest now is more, we realize that our people constituted not less than 25 to 30% of the security threat. Unlike some Fulani herdsmen that was arrested in Ilesha, Aare, when the OPC vigilante and the Amotekun arrested them last week, we realized that the person that prepared food to them in that forest is a Yoruba person in Ilesha. And we realized that the person that gave them information about the people they will kidnap is Yoruba person. So by then, we have to sit back and apply strategy to this issue. Where is our problem coming from? Who are the evil people that need money at any time to flash as a big man in the society that is giving us problem? Yoruba, when the house did not kill you, the dead in outside will not kill you. So what I know now, if you want to fight insecurity conventionally, and we still respect that we have 6 Southwest state governors in Yorubaland, the only way now is to support Amotekun to do their job. It's not by frustrating Amotekun. Look at the media attack on Amotekun for about 3 weeks. Some Yoruba people even said that they kill a lot of people in security issue. You can't handle a security issue for 6 months without a mistake. You wait on the security and the bad one of the security. Even the conventional, we know what happened. We know accidental discharge. We know when agent or rank and file made a mistake. That does not mean that we should clamor to destroy Nigerian police. And even the Nigerian army, sometimes they are not even meant to work as an internal security crisis. There is a mistake from Nigeria. We call that they should destroy Nigerian army, talking of just ordinary security outfit that their limit, they can't carry AK-47, their limit is just a pump action or a double barrel, or their guns. They just put them on ground, recruit them psychologically. They were giving them information that you should secure this social community. It's gradual. With time, they will understand the terrain. They will know how to do it very well. But when we crucify them at the end and we destroy them, it will affect Yorubaland. Because the government is not ready to give security to somebody that they don't have control on. And government is not ready to give security to any group that is not gazetted by the government. And we are so lucky. Amotekun have been gazetted in law. The State House of Assembly have already put into law, and the 6th Southwest governor have signed it. I will appeal to the Yoruba people to allow the system to work. Okay. By the time you are looking for a approach to this issue, it will be a counterproductive to what we want.
Okay, thank you so much, Iba. Iba, there's this constant word about Yoruba Ronu. That means Yoruba people think. And it started to imagine all of this. There have been talks about you not being happy with Sunday Igboho. I want to ask, have you called Sunday Igboho since all of this started? There was an audio recording of you saying that Sunday Igboho should have called you, contacted you before he went out to do all of this. Also, have you been able to speak to Governor Seyi Makinde over all of this happening? There was another meeting held among Afenifere people. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, Ayode Banjo and the likes, and the Afenifere people held another meeting yesterday in, I think, Chief Adebanjo's house. Have you been able to get anything as regards that? But as we speak now, have you called Sunday Igboho? Are you people in talking terms? And have you called Governor Seyi Makinde?
Well, I'll give you an information about how I operate in the TV. Because I'm aware that it's not only even Sunday Igboho, the Nigerian security target to arrest. I'm the #1 person for arrest. I was targeted for political reasons. And I was thinking that I should be very, very careful. And I realized that the issue of Sunday Igboho, some politicians have infiltrated it. And I realized that the same people that condemn us, that use social media to attack us in 2015, are now coming to portray themselves as an activist, to use Sunday Igboho, who genuinely work us, to even malign me, to dent my image. And when you see the content of my statement, I said we have been highly infiltrated. That's come to what happened this morning. When we wake up, we realize that they have been born. Who are the people that burned Sunday Igboho house in Ibadan, not in the forest? So the issue of braveness of Sunday Igboho, some wicked politician in Yorubaland have in to use it to destroy their enemy, to even call their name. How can somebody call Iba Gani Adams that have been in the trenches for the past 28 years? I started this struggle at the age of 23 years. And OPC have never been on ground by then. We started OPC in 1994. And I risked everything for Yorubaland. I won about 3 times. In total of my detention was 17.5 months. I lose everything I have in this life. I start from scratch in 2008. And I couldn't surrender. I continue with what I believe, because I believe my people have to be liberated. And how can somebody now come out when we have another brave person in Yorubaland, Sunday Igboho, coming out and use his braveness of one day to destroy somebody who have been in struggle for 28 years? So, Ejoti Lowonu, you now see there's a lot from the Yoruba people. Yoruba always destroy their warrior at the end of the day. About 78% in the history, about 78% of the people they destroy them. You know what happened to Abiola now? About in one of the information of what led to the annulment of June 12th, about leaders called Babangida to annul the election. And it's an Aare, you know, that's the 14th Aare on Kakanfo. They asked him to declare in Ekpet. He declared about 80% of the people that asked him to declare as a president run away from him. They put him in trouble, they arrest him, they abandon him. Just few people in Nadeko that stood by Aare, MK Abiola. Now go and see the house of the Aare, MK Abiola. It has now turned to a ghost town. Not the kind of person that fought, that laid his life for this democracy. So for you to fight, you have to have based on experience and history. And we now study. We know how we gather our intelligence. We now study what behind all this scenario. From Wednesday to Saturday, we concluded that, those people who won 2003 have infiltrated this struggle. And those people who want to be in power at all means have infiltrated it. It's now becoming in two-party on the issue of our liberation struggle. And that's why I said in my last paragraph of my statement 2 days ago that the Yoruba nation have to be well coordinated. Why should you say I'm a coward by now? All my family, I have 5 children in Nigeria. They are still living in Nigerian passport. I'm a convener of Odua Progressive Union. And 10 years ago, my people in Europe are telling me to get a European passport. They want to do it for me within 2 years. I told them if I get a foreign passport, it against me of Nigeria, I can't fight for them again. So I reject it. And I'm still hanging on Nigerian passports. I didn't take all my family out of this country. We are still living together in Omole. Despite you know what happened in NSAS? Well, which organization stand by the Yoruba people in NSAS? Well, tell me any organization that stand that did not allow. Let me come down. Tell me any organization that stand with Nigerian police for not Nigerian. Many community was
Iba Adams,
by OPC.
We have a commercial break. We have a commercial break. We want to thank you very much at this point.